Travel writers and wannabe travel writers, hello from, I don't know if you can see that, my old hometown in Hong Kong. Let me give you a quick view of this lovely little seaside port village on the island of Lamma in Hong Kong. I lived here for about 12 years, just revisiting back with the family now. Gorgeous little place, love it, really miss it. But I didn't do a pitch review the other day. There were no submissions, so I don't feel too guilty about that. But I did want to do a little video from here. Now I'm here because being here again, having left 2 years ago and having lived here for 12 years, I got to thinking about Phil's second time around feature on his blog. And I think it's a really interesting concept, revisiting a place that you know really well like the back of your hand, having not been there for a while. And it got me thinking about story ideas, ideation, how to come up with those slightly deeper, more textured ideas. I don't want to get too kind of maudlin about it and overly sentimental, which would be easy to do. But change that you notice having been away for a while really reveals truth, I think. And I just saw some really great examples around here. I don't know if I'm actually going to pitch them, but I just wanted to talk about this as an idea because I think it's one of the ways of getting travel stories out there is to write about your own neighborhood, your own city, your own town. You don't have to travel the world, and if you can identify and pick out and observe and be sensitive to these little changes that happen in places like this, it can really bring out some really interesting story ideas, I think. So let me show you some examples. This place used to be something very different, and it's now a Thai restaurant selling gorgeous food. And this place used to be a decrepit old storage place for years, and it's now a rather upscale Spanish or Mexican restaurant by the looks of it. So what does this mean? I'm not entirely sure, but changes like this and kind of a gentrification of a very old place is something worth thinking about. This place used to be an old grocery store selling veg and is now another restaurant. And just coming up, this place used to be a district council office and is now some kind of woodworking artists kind of hub, and there's all sorts of things going on. I don't even know what it is. It seems like a big hodgepodge, but it looks much nicer, much better, much more sophisticated than what was there before. So changes like this, like I say, they reveal certain truths, and whether that's kind of a gentrification of an old neighborhood with new upscale restaurants coming in, or like I've noticed over 30 years of my hometown in the New Forest in England, where actually shops and restaurants are disappearing and being replaced by residences. These changes really mean something to an area, and they really make a difference to an experience of going there. But change also not only reveals these kind of truths, it allows a storyteller to get into the depth of a place rather than the novelty of seeing somewhere for the first time. So that's why I really kind of picked up on Phil's blog feature idea about going somewhere for a second time and creating an entire series of stories around that, because it allows you to get under that skin, to go beneath the surface level, go to the lesser known, off the beaten track, for want of a better phrase, places and experiences and destinations that really maybe reveal something different about a place that a first time visitor won't necessarily notice. And also for me, again, I don't know if this is me showing my age, but as I get older, I do get more nostalgic and sentimental, particularly for places that I've lived before. And I'm lucky enough to have lived in many places. I remember doing a story a while ago for a publication called Momentum, where I revisited the town in Japan, Kobe, where I used to live as a kid when I was 10 years old, and I kind of retraced some of the paths and the routes I would take on the train. I would try to re-find my old apartment. Couldn't get in because the guy didn't speak English and he wouldn't let us in when I was banging on the door. So yeah, this is kind of a personal foible of mine, I guess, revisiting old places and old memories and trying to do exactly what, I'm not sure, but just kind of trying to process. Maybe it's kind of processing of growing up in a way, and of trying to, I don't know if it's grab onto and not let go of those old times in the past, or trying to make sure they're okay so I can move on personally. Or anyway, there's all sorts of things that can be revealed basically when you revisit a place. Think about it in some depth, and try to examine your own and and interrogate in a way your own feelings when you're there revisiting somewhere that you know for a long time, what the changes that you observe mean to you, how you think what they mean to other places, that place as well, which I think can be really interesting. So that was it from my little seasidey town, a little postcard, video postcard. Hope that inspires a few thoughts in you. Let me know in the comments if you have anything you want to ask or suggest, or any of your own thoughts on this. And I'll just leave you with the one final thing. I am going to do another video soon about the 7-day pitch sprint that I actually really like the idea of, and it seems like a few people are keen as well. So look out for that coming soon. See you next time.